Howdy. Right, so this is the head unit I got off AliExpress. I said I would put a video up and to show you what I can actually do. The model that I went for was like the high-end one, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, because I've heard like the 2 and 3 gigabyte head units are kind of like really laggy, so I bought the better one. As you can see, you've got your radio. Just press that. That's loud. You've got Google Maps, your Bluetooth telephone, that's your maps. You can also go on here and you can have all your apps. It's just like an Android tablet. So you can see, like, you know, YouTube. You can watch all the YouTube stuff. I've got my Xbox Game Pass on there because I've got a controller in my glove box and using the 5G on my phone because the phone's connected directly to it. I can play games, Prime Video. You know, the only app you can't get is Netflix, because Netflix doesn't work with car systems. But I've got Sky, I've got Paramount. You can use Netflix, but you have to what you call sideload it, which means finding an app on another website and downloading it. I'm not sure on security on those. You've got your equalizer built in. And with that, you've also got, you know, you can select different types of music that you like. You've also got field, which basically means that you can just set where you are in the car and it'll adjust all of the speakers accordingly. So you can set to the, you know, surround sound. You can switch on surround sound, and then you can adjust the delay on each speaker of how far they are away from you. So you can set it up so it's really good, but the only problem with that is perfect if you're a driver, not too hot if you're a passenger, because the delay is all out. Bass enhancement. Switch on bass enhancement. You can enhance the bass coming from the speakers in the door. Makes a big difference. And bass filter as well, which you can filter out the frequency range of the bass. So if you're using a subwoofer, you can tell your speakers not to play certain bass levels so you don't damage them or something like that. Bluetooth auxiliary in. It's got a built-in microphone, but I would recommend having a proper microphone plugged in and using an external microphone, because it not very good quality. What else have we got on here? Say navigation. You can have your internet. I think that's about it, really. So I use YouTube Music, so you can't really hear it through the phone, but I have actually had new speakers put into the car. Now, what I've actually done is I'll put photographs in with the link, but in the doors I've had new speakers put in, new tweeters put in. I've had the doors with sound deadening material in there as well, and on the front and the back. I've also got a subwoofer. Now with the subwoofer, you can control the subwoofer through the headphones, but sometimes you want to increase your bass and then suddenly it'll go to the next song and it'll be too much bass. So what I actually did was, instead of doing it that way, I had a subwoofer separate control put in, so that means I can just control the bass as each song plays, and believe me, from what my last car, when I had the subwoofer connected directly to the headset, the head unit, the difference is huge, being able just to control it manually. You can also, if you want extra controls, you can pull it from the bottom, and then you got your controls here, like your volume, home button, back button. You know, you can go through here, and you can, something you want to close, you can just drag it up, close it, or you can just press the button there and it closes everything. So I think that's about it, really. Oh yeah, when you go into reverse, it'll automatically switch over to the camera if you've got the camera installed, but I don't have a camera installed. The only problem with these is the top screen no longer works. It doesn't matter which version of the MG6 you've got, the top screen doesn't work. And also, as you can see, you can't see the display for the aircon, so you have to actually lean down so you can actually see this display, which at first I found it a pain in the backside. I'm leaned down, but after a while I actually learned how to control it without any problems at all, just by pressing, you know, the air condition buttons, power, whatever, and just setting the heat levels. So I think that's about it, really. I can't think of anything else. Oh yes, you do have what you call CarLink, which allows you to plug your phone in, and then it uses the Android phone, and one side will be your maps, the other side will be whatever music player that you've actually got installed. I don't use it. I just like to get in the car, and then all my music is actually downloaded directly onto the memory of the actual head unit. So it doesn't matter if I have no internet or anything like that, all my music is there. So you can see I have loads of music down on it. I also have my Audible, which is doing all my you know, books. If I'm going on a long journey, I can have all my Audibles, and they're all downloaded. Well, something I forgot about is that it fully is controlled by the controls on the car, as you can see there. Even the controls here, when you're actually playing like a song, you can use these controls here, as you can see, and you can flick through the songs. You can bring up like the back button works. You can use that button to bring up your equalizer. It works really, really well, you know, really, really well. Also, when you do things like open a door, it comes up on the screen showing you which doors are open, shows you when your boot's open, everything like that. So it fully integrates, you know, into the car. So there you go.